Hello, everybody.
Hi, my name's Ian, and I'm not an alcoholic, but I may be a sex and love addict in some ways.
Ooh.
You know, definitely a love addict.
Yeah, I'm sure the listeners could
Relate?
give their diagnosis.
Yes,
this
I'm
time.
sure they'd love to. Yeah, everyone has something to say out there on the interwebs. Hi, everybody. I'm Juan. Welcome back to Tres Leches. I'm here with Ian and
Johnny.
Silly Billy.
Silly Billy. I'm here in New York.
Yes,
We're together.
Pow, pow, pow. Another one.
Yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you have no idea. But we are together. We're in historic East Harlem.
Yeah.
Ooh, historic.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
It's kind of like a gay panic room. There's no way in, and well, actually, there is a way in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
little
you,
pause.
and there's a way out. Just go slow.
Go sleep. Yeah, I was gonna say if pulling out would be easier usually.
Oh my
but
God, the punchline arrived. Right on
hello.
time.
Yes, I've just been like sitting waiting to do this with both of you because I feel like I really come alive more in person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Although I think I'm pretty great when we're recording.
It's been a long time.
Anyway,
Was the last time we were together in Los Angeles?
It was, yeah.
Wow.
But we used to do it here, like our first year of the podcast, we did it in New York a little bit before I left. And then, we've been doing it on Zoom for the whole time. It's always so funny because I'm like so used to being alone in a room and being like, seeing you guys in front of me. Now I'm like turning and I'm
now
like,
you're on a swivel chair, a nice velour swivel chair.
Yes, honey. If we're in a great studio put together by Juan.
We are.
Thank you for our sponsors.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the sponsors, my building in which I live. Yeah, we have this great space. We've never used it. I'm so glad that it worked out because we deserved to be together.
Yes.
As we near our anniversary, our podcasting anniversary.
Yes. When is the anniversary? I was like looking at it the other day. I think it's like November 3rd.
Oh wow! Of the first episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 years of milk.
Ooh. And I still want more.
Yes.
I don't think I'll
hope you do
ever
too.
not want more milk. You know what I mean? And you guys have spoken, so that's why we're
Yeah.
just gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? The fan mail is off the charts.
Milker mail.
And we have to actually get an assistant to help open the fan mail.
Yeah, we do.
Because there's so much of it. You know.
Yeah. And we're insistent on continuing.
And Juan and Johnny have some that also comes in.
Yes, exactly.
So
We are here. The reason I'm here in New York City is because this week we are doing our first live talkback
yeah.
for
Yeah.
a Broadway show called Buena Vista Social Club.
amazing.
Which, if you don't know, now
Clang,
you know.
Clang, clang, clang.
It's, we're very excited because we've never done a talkback, the three of us, on a Broadway stage, which
Yeah.
is kind of a coming home in
Yes.
some ways for you two because you've both been on Broadway. And it's my first time being on a Broadway stage.
Oh, like in that way, yes.
In
yes,
that
yes.
way to,
Yeah.
be as me, as myself, not as, someone being like, wow, thank you for bringing me backstage. It's so nice and so pretty. So,
Yeah.
which I also will be doing once we go backstage for Buena Vista Social Club. But when this comes out, we'll have already done it. So neither here nor there, but we're very excited. You must go see the show. I
Yeah.
saw it on Friday. These two have already seen it, and it is spectacular. No song in the show is in English, which I thought was so delicious. The dialogue and everything is in English for non-Spanish speakers, but it's not really about the language. It's about what music does to you as an individual, as a human being, as an artist, as a person of the world. And it was so nice to just see so many different types of people in the audience
Yes.
getting their life.
Yeah.
Best of the season, I have to say. Should have won best musical, in my opinion.
Oh.
What did win Best Musical? I don't remember.
Maybe Happy Ending.
Oh, maybe Happy Ending. Yeah, which I loved, which I did love, but it had that struck a chord with me as it did, I think, with other people. But I do see what you mean.
Yeah.
Buena Vista is equally as deserving. For those of you who don't know, Buena Vista Social Club is it's a musical, it's a stage adaptation based on a documentary about the real life singers who performed at this actual club in Havana called the Buena Vista Social Club. There were all these social clubs that were members only.
Yep.
And this was in a black working class section of the city of Havana. And these artists were reunited in the late 90s after, so many years apart to sing the songs that they once performed together before the Cuban Revolution. and it's gorgeous. It's sumptuous. I think there's a fascination about Cuba.
Yeah.
I think that there is, for better or worse, I mean, I think that this exoticization of Cuba can often make it seem like a lovelier place than it is. And, you know, we'll get into that when, on another episode, but I love how people have this fascination and this curiosity about this island that has been, you know, it's almost like Wonka. What is it called?
Charlie
Wonka
and the
Factory?
Chocolate
Is that what it's called?
Oh, Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate. Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's behind. Everyone wants like a ticket in. Like it's when Cuba first opened. It was like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to see this island that is like stuck in another
time.
era,
Yeah.
the cars and all that. And I think that can feel very, very glamorous for those who are
don't have
not living.
don't have stakes in the fight. Yeah.
Exactly, who don't live there. But I hope that this musical gives you a little bit of a taste of what the Cuban Revolution has cost Cubans.
Yes.
There's a line in the show that says there's only two kinds of people. There are those who stayed in Cuba and those who left.
Yeah.
And as a Cuban American, you kind of carry that in your backpack every day, like the weight of like what that was to be the descendant of someone who left versus
Right.
the descendant of those who stayed. And so the musical pays homage to those who left and those who stayed, and the music that has made Cuba this pearl in the ocean.
Yeah. I'm very excited to watch it
it's
with
gonna be
you two.
fun. I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh
You
my
know?
God, yes, we're gonna watch it together.
It was
Yeah,
great.
it's gonna be fun. So we'll see you. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we're celebrating the end of Hispanic Heritage Month.
Y ya. Se acabó.
Se
se acabó. It's
But
fast.
It is fast.
Did you know Reagan was the one that turned it from a week to a month?
Really?
I got that from the research packet that Juan did, yes.
Yeah.
Not to give him any, I don't need to give him any credit, but sometimes it's like, yeah, that administration turned it from a Hispanic Heritage Month, week, which Lyndon B. Johnson started, or his administration, his time in office.
Yeah.
And then Reagan said, let's make it into a month.
Yeah.
Or somebody told Reagan to do it,
Correct.
and he said, that's fine, whatever.
And remember, for a little history, interesting thing, Cubans, for better or for worse, have they've been a huge part of the Trump's ascendance has been in large part for Donald Trump.
Oh, God. You got to laugh.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. So Cubans have always been very conservative, and it would make sense that Ronald Reagan enjoyed a lot of support from Cubans, but also from Latinos, from Hispanics, as we were always called then. So it made sense that he would have extended it. But it's September 15th through October 15th. So we're just days away. Yeah. But we actually recorded an episode that never aired. We had all these technical issues last year to celebrate Hispanic heritage.
Yeah.
And it was we talked about some people who are, there is a lot of discourse around whether it should be called Hispanic Heritage Month or Latine Heritage Month moving forward, or at the very least Latino Heritage Month. And there's good arguments on both sides, good people on both sides. I wish we would just call it Latino Heritage Month. I think it's a better name for it, but I see why there's the academic kind of sense of calling Hispanic Heritage Month. But I love celebrating us. I love the diversity of how different we are from country to country, and yet we still have this like common language and common. I don't know, just like this. We have a shared heritage, even if we're from very different cultural backgrounds.
Yeah, it's the same way when I watch like a TikTok and they're like, black families be like, and I'm like, wait, I see my family in that too. It's like it's not the same exact experience, but there's like similar colors.
Yeah,
we're like all the colors at the Home Depot of the paints, but we're just different. We're different textures. We're different shades of those colors.
Yeah.
Just
some of us are lighter than others.
What was that?
Some of us are lighter than others.
Yes, exactly.
But it doesn't take away from your Latinidad.
Thank you so much. And I speak better Spanish than most other people who look more Spanish than I do.
Oh.
At least in the theater business.
Oh.
But that's for another podcast.
Okay. Yeah,
Just Ian. Still working on it. I'm also, no one said anything about my Diane Keaton blouse.
Yes,
Too
I wore
soon.
high-waisted pants for exactly that. I was going to wear something else blouse here, but I just went for the pant. This just reminds me of,
Just her.
Just her.
La Diane.
La Diane. Yeah. So we are obviously recording it. I think it's been now 2 days since the Indomitable Diane Keaton passed away at 79 years old, and this is a big one. This was a big one for me.
Yeah.
I mean, for all of us, this podcast is literally like
based
after
off of
First Wives Club.
Yeah.
This idea of like, you know, a next chapter after deeping meaningful relationships with men, but that have brought us together as friends a little bit more in some way, right?
Finding out from people.com was nasty work.
Yeah.
No shade.
No shade
Hire
to
me.
people.
Hire me. Use me.
We love
Put me in
people.
your magazine. I just did not. Was not expecting it to be. Not that people. Obviously, I don't really consider people.com to be a tabloid, even though I think it probably is. I guess it is a
Really?
tabloid. I guess it is, right? Yeah, it's a tabloid.
I would say
magazine.
it's on the borderline.
It's on the borderline. Yes, exactly. I think it particularly hit me when I started to think about how we have said before, some of our key art is a tribute to the First Wives Club and how important that film is to us and to the fact that we lost one of the wives. One of the first wives is gone.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I was telling Ian in the cab, I was like, now, like, I have to fully put to rest that a reboot of First Wives Club with the original three will never happen. And that is so sad. I don't know. I always held hope that, like, maybe the girls would be back together, but also, like, that just cements it in history as, like, one of the greatest films that you just can't redo. You just can't, you know, it's those three people. That's it, you know? And I think there was like a tweet or like a thread that Ira Madison had posted that said, it's so 2025 that 1 week we think we're losing Dolly Parton only to lose Diane Keaton the next week. And I was like, ooh, it's so true. Like, it was like we were getting, like, prepared, lubed up.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
for those who were lost like I was, and I had to be updated. I did not know that Dolly Parton scare was AI. It took me.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what you mean, right?
Fooled?
Well, I just didn't check anyone's work. I
she
saw
didn't.
it online and I was like, oh, huh? And then,
With Reba McEntire?
well, I went to Deborah Cox's page. And then I was like, Deborah didn't post
Deborah
it.
didn't post it.
So it's not real.
Exactly. If it's not on
You know what
Deborah's.
Deborah did post?
What did she post?
Going to the premiere of Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Ooh.
Yes, Deborah Cox was there to celebrate that Jennifer Lopez.
That's right. I love the segue into J-Lo. That's your... Oh my God, that's
My
fun.
favorite topic on the pod.
Truly.
J-Lo. Speaking of which,
Speaking of-
we should be having one of the cast members from Kiss of the Spider Woman on the podcast
Yeah.
soon enough.
She's a busy
Stay
girl,
tuned.
but Jennifer said she would be on Tres Leches, and we're very excited to
She
have
said,
her.
right after last culture, I'll be over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
We're having Ben Affleck.
Oye, él habla español tan bueno.
Tan
Have you ever heard
lindo.
him speak Spanish?
I have, yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he speaks it beautifully. I was very impressed with his vocabulary.
His vocabulary.
certainty.
It's a little like, no, pero todo, like, habla con acento de mexicano.
Yeah.
Pero-
it really is, like, depends on where you learned your Spanish. Like,
Yeah.
Cuando yo lo hablo así. Like, I
Uh-huh.
can't. That is the only way that it actually comes out in a way that doesn't sound crazy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is if I really lean into, like, oye, ven acá.
I
Well,
see.
because
I'll say.
it's how you learned it.
Yeah.
I think that
That's crazy, but yes, I'm happy that is what gets you to start speaking more Spanish.
Así hablan o sea, hay
Yeah, and there-
mucha
you know-
gente que habla con ese acento.
Of course, and everyone's like, it sounds terrible. It sounds disgusting. Marbles in the mouth. I'm like, yes, we are the New Jersey and the New Yorkers of
But,
the Caribbean.
pero si tenías que hablar en español con un acento un poco más como así natural, lo podrías hacer.
Sí.
Bueno, decían los cubanos, nosotros natural. Quita el medio, porque lo mío es natural. Lo tuyo es postizo.
No, es que no dije nada. No.
Está hablando, ¿crees que te-
Déjame explicarme.
This is the elitism that was happening in Cuba.
I don't know.
This is why the revolution happened.
You. I am a first generation immigrant.
The people that listen to us,
No
that
sé de lo que hablas.
What's going on?
They're queening out.
You know, I have to tell you. Okay, so I think a lot of people don't realize this. Okay, so like, this is what I love about Spanish. This is what I love about the Spanish language.
Tell me.
Spanish language is great because you can go to so many countries and be understood.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you can go to. The accent is different from Argentina to Colombia. The way it is from Texas to Boston.
Yeah.
But it's still the same language.
Yeah.
You can't go from Sicily to Milan. And there are people who be like, pasta farfadelle. They don't know what they're saying.
Farfadelle?
And there's a lot of people. But there are accents that are more difficult to
But
understand.
here's the thing.
She did come into my mind.
The accents that we like, when you think about
Honey, the lamb.
a British accent, we talk like this. We are, you know, that's our version. Our Spanish version is, oye, hola, city. There's room. And like, when you think about other countries or cultures where they're like, oh my God, that just tickles my brain so much. Like, I love watching Love Island, not to see people talk like this I do
Posh.
like that as well, the Princess Diana of it all. But I really like that, like, dirty way of speaking, you know? It's just so, it tickles my brain so well.
Yeah,
That's why
it's also because you're very good at it.
Yes,
You
exactly.
do a very good job. Yeah, like
you.
those vowels kind of come. They come like very easily to you.
Kind of
It's not
naturally
very
to you.
lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
quite fun, isn't it?
When I was a kid, like, accents were my favorite
Same.
thing.
My dad always said, he was like, he's a mimic. Ian's a mimic. He's good with accents. Really good with accents. So all of a sudden, I like remembered like I'm good with accents.
My mom would always make me do like a British accent for
the friends.
for friends, or if we were on a
Yes.
cruise ship and we met like a British family, she'd be like,
Do it.
Interesting.
Sing.
then I just, yes, and that, so it was always
And
that.
you were like, hello, my name is Juan, and I'm from Hertfordshire, New Bedfordshire.
Yes, exactly.
Do you guys remember when I was a child? Well, we're all the same age. When I was a child, they had at Blockbuster, you would do this thing where you would film yourself as a child being like, my name is Johnny
Yeah.
Sibley. I am
Yes.
20 years old and I live at do because there was like child abductions were a bigger thing when we were younger.
Yeah.
So they would make the tape so that they could broadcast it wherever in case you went missing. So they used to do like, oh, do a little funny thing. And my mom was like, do Forrest Gump. So I'd be like, my name's Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. And she would make me do that for like her friends. And I was like, I lived because everyone was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I realized after I was like, oh, I didn't even know I was doing the filming for in case I got abducted. It was kind of like
You're giving very Blockbuster right now, actually, with the colors of your shirt.
very Blockbuster.
You really are.
R.I.P. girl.
yeah, that or
Netflix
University
really
of
put her
Michigan.
out of business.
She didn't want to evolve, so she was left in the dust, like good old Miss Blackberry.
Yes.
You know, they just.
What a time.
I think I saw it on like an episode of Explained, like where they did like an episode
On Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. The Iron Tea.
So I can't wait to unpack Kiss of the Spider Woman. We will do that.
We have to go see it.
We have to go see it. We haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet.
We
Once
should
do
live
that-
stream it.
Gotta see it.
Like gamers.
That would.
imagine?
Oh my God. You know what's funny? So Johnny's been staying with me. Hello, you, and then also Juan. But Johnny's been staying with me for the last couple of days, and I had noticed. So we've
Hispanic.
been watching Boots, a new show
Boots.
on Netflix. Yes. Yeah. Really? Yes.
I've heard it's beautiful.
It's-
Like it's shot beautifully.
Oh,
yeah,
very pretty,
really
very pretty.
shot beautifully and like fun to see, you know, like a gay story on there with like I love that it's a big ensemble group of men. It's why I loved Outsiders, because I was like, oh, like male singing. You know, sometimes
yeah.
it's just
Male singing.
like I love my
Outsiders
girls.
the musical. He's
Yes,
like-
the Outsiders the musical.
Yes, men doing manly things with each other.
Yeah, well,
Singing.
Supportive, being bullies to
Oh,
each other.
yes.
The whole there's such a I love women. Women.
I'm not gay no more.
Okay. Okay.
We need to have
right.
him on the
Lobotomy.
pod.
We are a woman's first podcast. We usually talk about female things, but one thing that I love is male.
genitalia.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, male connection, male stories about brotherhood, and like
No, I'm following. I like it too.
I love a little
Yeah.
Sandlot. I love a little,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Forrest
God, I
Gump.
love
I love
Sandlot.
what men mean to each other. I think it's so important that like we do tell stories that way, because there's like this male loneliness epidemic, and it's because you don't talk to your friends. You're not vulnerable. This also could go for gay men too. Not with us, because we say how we feel when we feel it.
We sip and spill.
Period. Shout out to Logo.
See you there.
But it's really nice to watch Boots because it tells a different kind of story, and one I've always been obsessed with because my parents were both in the military. That's where they met. My whole family's like military family. Shout out to the Army. And I've always wanted to play a gay like military person because I was like, what are two things that have been a part of my life that I feel like would mean something to me if I did it. So seeing this, there was another movie that Jeremy Pope was in. I forgot the name of that one. Elegance Bratton wrote and directed it, but it was a beautiful film. And every time I see it, I'm like so jealous because I'm like, oh, I just want to jump in there and do that. Yeah. But it's so great.
And it's about a young Marine, a guy who's bullied, and he goes into the Marines to butch up.
Well, he doesn't technically go into butch up. He goes in because he has no other recourse that he can see. Oh. He doesn't have a dream. He just wants to be
with his best friend.
His best friend,
who is going,
and he joins on like some buddy system or whatnot.
But he also doesn't know what he's really getting into. He thinks it's going to be this like summer camp type deal thing, and then he gets there, and then he's like, "Wait, I can't be gay." Like there's so much.
They buzz
around.
her head, and he looks like Emily in Paris, but as a man. I forget the actress's name from Emily in Paris.
Lily Collins.
Beautiful face, that boy. And there's other actors in it that we know. I know Angus O'Brien. Shout out to Angus. And Dominic Colon is one of the writers.
This is so great.
Shout out to our other Hispanic
You should
sister.
start watching it because it would be such a good point, sort of a topical thing to discuss on the show. And I think you would enjoy it. It's a good colorful cast.
Yeah.
You know?
And one thing I will say is, like, if you are looking for good TV, I really enjoyed it. I also think if you're a queer person, you're listening to this podcast, I think you should give it a watch, whether you like it or not, because I think it opens the door for other possibilities for things to get made. I think if we know anything from like the political landscape that we're living in right now, they're not greenlighting a lot of stuff that is for us, by us, and for other people. So I think you have to put your money where your mouth is. And if you are going to trash something, maybe do it in a group chat. Maybe don't do it on Twitter, because these executives do read these things and they do say, look, the community doesn't even support it. Why would we support it?
And remember that a lot of executives are our parents' age. They're in their 60s. Yep. And you know how your parents use the internet? They use it the same way. They read one thing and that defines the internet. That is the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
One tweet. So one tweet could you know.
No one told them to go fact check it on Deborah Cox's Instagram.
Exactly.
So they're just
but you know, a couple
clueless.
They're clueless. They're go to Deborah. That's not there. But I was just gonna say, by the way, that Deborah Cox reference will always get me. And when people, if you know, it's from an early episode in which we used Deborah Cox as a source, as if she was the New York Times, and it was not the right thing to do.
That's very sweet of you to say we. It was
we. Yeah, it was Ian.
Yeah,
it was the editorial we.
Yeah. Well, Deborah Cox posted it.
But okay, yes. But two interesting things about queer media. I love queer media because we are in queer media. We are in queer media after all. Boots and the other show, which I watched all of. I don't know if you watched any of it. Runaways.
Ooh, no,
not knowing.
God, y'all missed this? Is
like
this...
the Runaways, or is this a new?
Oh no, excuse me. I'm so dumb. Wayward.
Wayward with Toni
Wayward.
Collette.
With Toni Collette.
Where's that?
It is on Netflix.
It's sort of a dark comedy.
It's a thriller. It's kind of like the Bumblebee show, Honeybees, or whatever that show was
Yellow
called.
Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Okay.
Honeybees,
baby girl. I'm speaking boomers. Okay, me. Hey, me. So Mae Martin. Mae Martin.
Got it.
Is a trans man and is the star of the show.
In the show, I thought Mae was non-binary.
No, they're in the show. In the show.
Okay,
in the show. In the show, it's
like, I didn't hear anything.
I'm a trans man. Oh, sorry, I should have been clear. In the show, Mae Martin plays this trans male cop.
Oh, okay.
Who is just to give you this general plot line to get you there? Because once I get you there, I'm going to get you there.
Word. That's what he said.
Yes, exactly.
I hate when they say it
so
and then they don't.
Mae Martin's character's name is Alex Dempsey, and Alex is a cop and has had some kind of trouble in Detroit where they were copping. You know, like a little bit, like they were violent. They were like a little bit of like
Chicago,
excessive brutal force or whatever they
got it.
Yeah, that excessively not nice.
Right.
And so he's needing to get out of town. His partner they're not married yet, but like his girlfriend is pregnant with their child. Oh. And they decide to go back to the town where she was living when she went to high school. She went to a boarding school, and they decide to go back to that town, but that town is not a normal place.
Right.
Oh.
And it's called Tall Pines Academy, and Toni Collette plays Dr. Evelyn, and Dr. Evelyn is a behavioral child psychologist. We kind of see her as, and she runs this school for wayward children.
Okay.
Boys and girls.
Yes.
Wayward. The
Yes.
title.
And it's
So it's
great.
like, am I picking up on like a sort of
Fantasy?
Stephen King?
It definitely has a Stephen King element.
Okay.
It has The Outsiders a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
It's great. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is that there is so much queer love in it, and it is never a factor. It's not a
Right.
plot line. I mean, it's only so much as a plot line. It's like, oh, like this is a gay person.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
This is a black family.
Exactly. Oh, I understand. You're a trans man and this is your wife.
Right.
Oh, got it. I just was confused. I wasn't sure.
Right.
It's very that versus
Okay.
like, it's not a plot point. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
what the plot with having with a trans male lead, the whole plot point is about them is really their policing, their history of policing, their history of violence. That's the plot.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. So anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I think it's another example of Toni Collette's brilliance because she is just so
What an icon.
wild.
She is amazing.
She's another one,
Yeah.
who can convey, like Diane Keaton, can convey so much. You know, in the friend of the pod, Miguel Pinzon, you both know. Miguel
Oh, we love
Pinzon.
Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, you know Miguel. Miguel Pinzon, who is also from Miami and is just the absolute best. He's just the best. He gets culture. He's a culturista. And he has the As Good as It Gets
Tape?
DVD.
Oh, DVD, okay.
And by the way, DVDs are back. I've decided. DVDs are
Oh,
back.
yes.
Because
Preach.
it's so good to own
Oh,
it, to own your thing. DVDs and Blu-rays, to own them. You own them. This is a movie you love and you own it. You've got it and you can watch, you can summon it.
Yeah. Right.
Like the devil when you need it. And so the As Good as It Gets DVD home screen, you could watch that for 3 or 4 hours alone. It's just Diane Keaton kind of cocking
you're-
her head back and
Not as
resetting
good as
back.
it gets. You're thinking something's got to
Oh
give.
my God, yes, excuse me. Something's
I was
gotta
like,
give.
Helen Hunt. Jack Nicholson.
Excuse me. Yes. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's got to give. The Something's Got to Give DVD, like home screen, is the most delicious thing you've ever
It
seen in your
is
life.
really.
And so then Nancy Myers, there is a
Where she...
this commentary. Nancy, it's supposed to be Diane Keaton gives commentary, but like she doesn't speak. Like Nancy has, 'cause you know how Diane was. She has
Yeah.
to be like, she doesn't want to talk about herself
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, right.
Exactly. So Nancy has to like tease it out of her. And Nancy says something, I'm going to paraphrasing, that is so fantastic. She goes, you make more choices and get out more choices. You're like a racehorse running down the track.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, that's exactly what she's like. She goes from emotion to emotion to emotion. And the whole time the race does not stop. She just gets to the end of the line.
Yeah.
But Toni Collette does this also. In that amazing scene, which everyone always watches,
Hereditary.
from Hereditary, which is such a fantastic movie for so many reasons.
All I needed was one watch, and I will never watch that
Never
film
again. Yeah.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's way...
too scary for me.
Wow. Oh, see, I love that movie.
No, I mean, yes.
So dark.
Yeah, it's very dark. It's very, very dark. But that scene, the famous dining room scene, where she confronts her son, I'm your mother. She goes through so many emotions, and then because she's able to go. A lesser actor, lesser than Diane and Toni Collette, it would seem like they're just like making choices to switch
it
things up.
Yeah.
No, she's playing 100% of one thing and then 100% of the next thing. And both of those things are equally valid and believable and real.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do that. And that kind of variety, and that's why she can be so funny, because that happens. A comedian can do that, and the most best dramatic actors can. It's like the same. And anyway, Toni Collette is amazing on the show, and she plays this woman who is trying to change the behavior, the bad behavior, by reprogramming, without giving too much, like
kids.
inherited trauma.
Okay.
And at the beginning, you're like, this woman is evil. This woman is evil. What she's doing is so bad. She shouldn't be doing this. She shouldn't be doing this. And then you see glimmers of what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
It's so well written that you're like, you know what? There are
Good people on both sides.
Good people on both sides,
Oh my
exactly. There are good
God.
people on both sides. That there are things that we do to our children that are net bad for sure.
Yeah.
But there might have been
The attempt
There
is-
might have been like I could see where someone say, "Let them cook."
Yeah.
Let them cook, but then the beef came out
Don't overdo it. Yeah,
overdone.
Yeah.
Super
Too much
well
salt,
done.
too much salt, yeah.
Exactly. Way too much salt, which is what happens in Wayward. So queer cultura that you must
Cultura.
take in.
Very, very cool. Okay, you just sold me because I did see it and I was like curious because I love her.
Yeah.
But I think I saw Thriller and I was like, I don't really want to try on any of those feelings, so I don't really want to watch Monster.
Speaking of queer media, wow, this whole episode is just us giving recommendations of what to see, watch
Honestly.
in person, but me and Ian just went to see Brandon Kyle Goodman's one-person show.
Yes.
It's off Broadway. It's playing at the
Ars Nova on 54th Street.
correct.
It's just a great space.
I think it's a limited run until October.
I'm going to tell you right now. Holy be thy name. Ho Church is now playing at Ars Nova through November 8th.
November 8th. So if you are listening to this and you're in New York City or you plan on being in New York City, you have to go see this show. It was one of the most enjoyable theater experiences I've had in years. I laughed.
Oh, that's right. You hadn't seen it.
I
Yes,
teared
yes.
up. I hadn't seen it.
That's
no.
right.
And it was just so fun. It's just a reminder that things don't need to be on Broadway yet to be moving, to be, week changing. It was just so much fun. And it was light, it was dark, it was everything that you want theater to be. So
It was nutritious.
it was nutritious,
It was
and it felt
nutritious.
like church. So if you're in the area, if you can, go see it. And I know we know Brandon personally, but it's always so nice to see someone that you know in real life just get on stage and turn into someone completely
Yeah.
different.
Step into their power.
Yes, it was so beautiful. So
And Brandon's work, for those of you who don't know, like Brandon is an actor, first and foremost, but Brandon has a podcast,
Tell me something messy,
Tell Me Something Messy.
which I have been on, which you've been on, which you
yes,
should be on.
I should
you
be on.
should be on. You would definitely
Be messy.
give
I've
some
been
messy.
some, yeah. I'm a little bit unhinged lately, which I'm gonna address that in a second.
Oh.
But Brandon Kyle Goodman's podcast, Tell Me Something Messy, where he invites people on and they just talk mess. Because on his Instagram, he would take you can write in anonymous questions. It would be, tell me your messiest secret.
Like Messy
And he would-
Mondays.
Messy Mondays, and he would
Yeah.
read them aloud. So this
They.
is kind of excuse me, they. Brandon would, thank you. It's
okay.
Thank you.
Although they did say
They
that
did say
if
yes.
you
with respect,
and
all
if
pronouns
you're
are welcome.
yes,
Yes.
like
I know
exactly.
they as the preferred.
Yes, they is the
one.
preferred. Yeah, that's an example of I've been knowing Brandon for many, many years.
I had been known, and, you know.
and so you knew him at
school. I did. Yes, I did.
quite literally.
Quite literally at NYU.
Yeah.
Period.
So Brandon is using their platform, Brandon's platform of sex positivity,
Yes.
but not like Pollyanna sex positivity,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
real sex positivity, nuanced,
Right.
layered,
Dr.
complicated.
Ruth
Real.
vibes.
Yes.
Like, this isn't icky. We're not feeling. And if you are feeling icky, let's talk about that icky feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You know?
It
Which
is-
I love because I love talking about sex.
But also mess. Oh, it's not politically correct. Oh,
Right.
yeah. It's like whatever.
It's
You know?
messy. It
If
literally
you
is
want,
quite
this isn't a
messy.
spoiler, but in the show there are puppets shaped like assholes, dicks, and vaginas. So if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will.
Yeah. So you said something really interesting about off-Broadway, and since this has become an episode about culture and media, Broadway gets so much attention. When someone
Yeah.
comes from out of town, they want to see Broadway shows, Broadway.
Right.
But the reality is that the business model of Broadway is flawed. Broadway is not dying. Broadway has always been dying. That's something there was an article that said recently in the New York Times that the American musical is in trouble and made it seem like it was dying. And the musical has been dying since always and forever.
Yeah.
In a chorus line, there's literally a line that says, Broadway can't be dying, I just got here. And that was 40 years ago. So 50 years ago.
A long time
50,
ago.
yeah, it just had its 50th anniversary.
70. Yeah.
So
78.
More
yeah.
years than we've been alive.
More years,
Hey.
exactly. So anyway, the point is, there are so many amazing things happening off Broadway.
Yep.
And there's also Saturday Church with music and lyrics by Sia, starring J. Harrison G.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that is also a celebration of ball culture
Yep.
and finding family where you can find it.
Yep.
Chosen family.
There's also a
and
film on Saturday
Yes, there
Church
is.
with
There
MJ
is.
Rodriguez and India Moore.
There is.
Yep.
It's a musical adaptation, stage adaptation of that amazing film.
Yep.
And we have the Jellicle Ball, which is coming to Broadway, which
Cannot
is
wait.
a reinterpretation of Cats. And it's taking the musical Cats and putting it into a ballroom, a night at a ballroom.
Like an underground ball?
Like an underground ball.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait. Oh my God. Yeah.
That is fun.
Oh,
Interesting.
everyone who has seen it and saw it off Broadway, literally, and these are theater snobs. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
just say that to mean like they've seen a lot of theater.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went to
yeah.
musical theater camp, and they said it was one of the best things that they have seen ever.
Wow.
In their life.
Yeah. And you know, similar to the character in Pose, who, forgive me because it's been a long time, who dies, and we have like the imagined funeral
Wilson
for them, and they're wearing red.
No, Wilson is in Hacks.
Sorry. Yes.
Costas.
You also died,
Austin?
bitch.
What was your
Costas.
name? Costas.
Costas.
Yes, but you don't have a big celebratory, beautiful funeral in a
No,
red dress. But
Candy Evangelista. No, Candy. Is it Evangelista? Anyway, Candy. Miss Candy.
Miss Candy does. Well, in the Jellicle Ball, you know, like the character of Grisabella, who is this, you know, the senior cat.
The
who
mother
is
of the house.
Moving on, exactly. So there's kind of an overlap of that, but it's very beautiful. Oh,
Interesting.
Mary started off Broadway. And has
Exactly.
really changed the way that we're thinking about how and what can be a
Slave
commercially viable
Play
play.
started off Broadway. Like, there's so much that starts off Broadway or even
Yeah.
off Broadway.
And by the way, it doesn't need to move to Broadway to be good.
Right.
Right.
This season, there are amazing things happening off Broadway. And you can come to New York and you don't have to spend a ton of money. You still spend some money, but you don't have to spend a ton of money. There are really, really valuable things.
And if you are going to spend your money, do spend it on live theater because it is something that will nourish you, just like going to one of the expensive restaurants in New York City. I'm
Yeah.
not saying don't do that, but like if you have to choose, maybe have a slice of cheesecake and go to the theater and keep it pumping.
It'll be a precious moment worth having in your vault of memories for sure. Like something that you will sort of always be able to share with whoever you go with.
Yep. And I'm seeing Messy White Gaze tonight
Oh
by
my God,
Drew
that's right.
Droege. I'm
Cannot
very
wait.
excited. Yeah.
I auditioned for it.
Oh, you did?
I did. It was so fun. So fun. Like when I got it and I just saw the idea or
Yeah.
like read it, I was like, oh, it was giving Rope by Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred, yeah.
And anyway, it just really, really fun. I can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Did you read the whole thing or just the sides?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember because I just knew that it was a Rope thing.
Oh, got it.
But I think maybe it was just the scenes.
Yeah. Look at us auditioning for things and still promoting. I auditioned for Boots. Didn't
Audition
get
for
it.
Boots, house
But
down,
whoever got the
sadly.
part, I know that I'm glad for them. Good for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know that they're casting queer people, and that is really what matters to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that a gay man, that somebody that likes dick is getting the part.
Yeah.
There's
a whole lot-
Even if
there's
they like it just a little bit.
Yes. Come on. It's a self-acceptance, queer culture media episode
We're
right
giving it
here
queer
at
media.
Shiz.
You know, I'm so excited for queer media for the next Wicked press run because I can't wait to see
It's
what
happening.
comes out of there. Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
I mean, we're almost
Yeah.
at
We're almost-
opening night.
Wicked season's here.
in Vanity Fair, there is an article, you can look it up online, where it has all of the different branded Wicked things that you can buy.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many fun things.
Capitalism.
It's kind of tacky. I love Mr. Chu and everyone who worked. Love you all. But like the world of it is a little tacky, like in a good way.
Are you
yeah,
talking
of
like
course.
colors and things?
Yeah, like the stuff
Yeah.
that you can buy.
Okay.
It's all a little. It's a little steampunky.
Okay.
I don't
Wait, what
know.
does that mean?
It's beautiful. What
It's
steampunky
beautiful.
was?
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
steampunk?
tacky.
Steampunk is an aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
And
It's like Burning Man aesthetic.
it's like
I see.
Burning Man, but when you see like themes of old railroads and that
Meets
kind
pirate.
of mechanical era.
okay.
That's steampunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the era of the steam train.
like
okay.
Mad Max, Fury
Mad
Road.
Max.
I
Yeah.
see. I see. Got it.
So there are some kind of tacky things on the list, but there's a couple things that I really want. There is a pink and a green Le Creuset.
Oh,
Cute.
like an ombre situation?
No,
or-
no,
oh.
there's a pink and there's a green.
That would be really cute.
And they're
maybe
really
the
cute.
colors
Right?
shift depending on the heat.
Oh my God, look at you.
Yes, that would be
Universal
Coming
I'm
out.
available.
Cute. Yes,
Run her
so
check.
That is really cute. And then there's some other fun things that are adorable. But what I really want is the Dawn Power Wash, the Wicked themed Dawn Power Wash, and it's supposed to be a new scent. I want that. And they even have Wicked Swiffers.
Oh.
What? Your Wicked
Oh, well, that's
Swiffer.
brilliant because of a broom. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
the girls or the
Yes.
kids could get on it. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Loved getting on a broom when I was a kid. Still do, actually.
Yes.
But a different kind of broom.
Yeah. So the Wicked.
One that still cleans, but in a different
cleans you out.
way. Oh, I was going with more in you, out you-endo.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
So it's
honey,
okay.
I mean, did we need it?
No, but I just, I was just trying to like go. I was leaning into the bit, as
She
they
was
say.
yes-anding herself.
Okay. So let's talk about New York for a moment.
Oh,
Let's talk about what?
New York, New York.
So Johnny, as having been a citizen of New York, a human of New York
Yeah.
for many, many
Always
years.
I've been
Forever.
hosting an immigrant.
Yes, exactly. Honey, the land. So, why? How has it felt to be back on this land?
This land is your land. It feels great. It feels like stepping into old boots, like
Yeah.
the same old comfy. I was thinking this morning when I went to the bodega to get, well, it's not really a bodega. It's like kind of fancy where Ian lives. He's in Chelsea. But I was going down to get my turkey, sausage, bacon, egg and cheese, whatever. And I was standing watching people existing in the space. And I was just thinking about the Buena Vista Social Club musical, seeing like the people in it age. And I was thinking about the guy working behind the counter making the bacon, egg, and cheese, the other guy that ordered something on a roll. And I was just thinking about them and their lives. And I was thinking about like, that one looked like he was trouble in his teens. Like this one looks like he was a lady killer. And that is one of the things about New York that I will never be able to duplicate or replicate. It is that specific feeling of when I'm around the people in the city. I love where I live now. I love the life that I've had, but there's things about New York that will never be able to, other places will never be able to live up to, which I can do without seeing every day. But when I do see it, it reminds me of the humanity in the world. It reminds me of like, oh, we're just all people. Like I don't know what the end of that person's story will be, but oh my God, I'm so happy that they had one. It makes New York makes me so wistful and so like makes me remember that there's so much love to give, and I feel like sometimes, not to get too political with it, but like when you live places where you don't see a lot of people, or you see the 3 people in your life or the 4 people in your life, it's easy to paint people a certain way. But when you're with people on the subway, arm in arm, and you get to see people for who they are and their unique specificity, it kind of broadens your horizons a little bit like have a little more empathy, or you see someone walking down the street, it looks like they were having a bad day, and it's like, oh, girl, I get it. Instead of being like, oh, they look scary, I'm gonna cross the street. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it here so much.
Yeah, it's a city in which there's so much friction to do anything. It really makes you contrary to popular belief, people here, you have to be a very patient person to live in New York City. People lose it and get really angry. But if you put an American from anywhere else here and made you, just dropped you in, you're also going to explode. So just because when a New York explodes, just know that a lot happened on the way to that explosion.
Oh, yes.
There was an incubating
there was a
period.
lot. So anyway, there's just so much friction here, and I think that can be a really beautiful thing, because that friction makes you more tolerant, more open-minded.
It forces you to have the patience that you might not have somewhere else.
Yes. It's easy to avoid those kinds of things in other places.
Yeah.
To drive literally drive around it.
I think
Yeah.
I think if we went back into the archives of our episode, I remembered this was just like the story I was telling, and was a big reason why I moved back. Was I famously kept saying, and I have friends now laughing because they're like, now you want the other thing. I'm like, and that's what happens.
That's okay.
But I was like, I feel like LA was frictionless. I wanted something
yes,
to
that's
push up
right.
against. I wanted to feel like there was, again, something to push up against. It made me feel more alive. And you get that here.
Yeah, it's always like when you're not with something. It's like when you're with an ex, or like when you think about an ex, you always think about like, didn't we have such good times? It's like, oh, they were they that bad? And then you like hang out with them for a coffee, and you're like, oof, yeah, you know. I mean, I don't really have that experience with New York, but I also haven't been here long enough to feel that like, ugh. I remember that, you know, and I like that. I like that because I like where I am now. I like the place in my life where I am now, but I love being reminded of who I am when I'm in this space, you know.
You know, it's interesting when people recently in the last, because I was in Mexico to celebrate a friend's birthday, and like with people I'm not always with, and they're like, oh, like how's New York? And like, so like, you know, rating New York or LA, like that happened recently,
always.
and I noticed when that question comes up, like, you're just never really going to get me to say, this is my favorite. No, like, I'm very always in the middle about just anything. I'm like, 6 movies make me, not just one. I don't have a favorite of anything. I bring this up because to me, there's like a balance of like needing what New York has to offer, and also being able to say, but I also miss and love the space and light of LA, that there's this sort of like freedom that LA can also bring that really is nutritious to me, but in a different sense. You know what I mean? And sometimes it takes leaving it to go, oh, I now recognize what it is. It's like when I go back to Miami, I don't know that I'd really ever want to live there like right now again, but I appreciate certain things because it feels like an old shoe I'm putting back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good to appreciate things for the good qualities that they have. Whereas like I kind of veer opposite to that. I'm like, this is my favorite. Everything else never gonna match. Like, that's how I feel about New York. Nothing will, and that's okay. Like, nothing else needs to be New York.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, is what kind of like
It's
what you're
not a
saying.
competition.
And like my favorite movie is Sleepless in Seattle. You're not gonna get me to say another movie, but I love something. Something's Got to Give. That's another favorite. But it's like, if you ask me my favorite, if I had to pick one, if you put a gun to my head, that's the one. New York's the one. You know, like.
Yeah.
If I put a gun to your head, what would you say?
Ooh, for what?
He's like, I don't know, the lightness. Bah!
Yeah. I would definitely, I would start negotiating with if they put a gun to my head, and I'd be like, well, wait.
Yeah.
Like, is this a trick question? Like, what are we talking? Like,
It's like the scene in The Notebook. It's like, I don't know. It's just so hard.
which scene is that?
where they're arguing in the rain. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, I don't know. It's just so hard. And he's like, no, it's not. Make a decision. Choose something.
And that is relationship.
Yeah.
The one person who's like, I don't know. I'm weighing out options. And well, just decide. Make it, but quick. And it's like, well, that's
And
why
you
find-
need that yin and yang.
You do.
You do. You really do. Y'all need it. We all need that yin and that yang.
Do you have that yang? Yin?
Yes,
Probably,
very much.
yeah.
Jay and I, oh yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, in many ways we're very, very similar. There are things there's a lot of overlap. There are interests, like really important interests that are kind of niche that we both really like, right? Musically, for example, you know, like we both love the same sliver of American music, like Anita Vandross, Anita Baker. You know, like Rochelle Farrell, and to have someone with whom I can really, really
Enjoy that
that music, and not even have to talk about it, but just like listen to it.
Yeah.
Like that is very, very satisfying. And there are other things that we are.
Yeah, where do you choke each other out?
Well, you know, here's where we choke each other out.
Or
We
say,
choke each
what do you
other out.
want?
The yin and yang. Yeah, what do we want? The yin and yang is that I am a person who. I'm an only child. I'm an only child.
Oh, I date one of those.
Yeah, I'm an only child. I'm used to a lot of autonomy throughout my life. I've always been able to exercise kind of. When you're an only child, for those of you who are not one or have not spent a lot of time around one a lot, is you as a kid have to really make so many decisions about everything because and especially when your parents work like, you know, the way my mom worked, you know, you're just like kind of always doing things. So then you really start to define like right versus left. You're like, oh yeah, I really like this, because you get to make these choices.
Right. Yeah.
And you start to really become independent and
From a very young age.
from a very young age. So I think that there is as much, I think people think that I am very outgoing, which I am, and I am very much an extrovert, but I do need quite a bit of alone time. And with Jay, I feel like we are learning how to live with each other, and I feel like he might think that when I am needing to have my headphones in and I'm on social media, or if I'm like, you know, working and I go to the other room to do it, that is like me not wanting to spend time with him. But it's really just me being an only child and needing a little bit of that. Also, and well, that's like the more heady version of that. In a very practical way, I'm just so much messier than he is. Like, Jay, I have never, ever known a tidier person in my life. I have never known a tidier person in my life. And you know, here's the thing with me is I have very, very high standards for how a house should be kept. I have very high standards,
But you won't keep
but I'm
them.
very messy. So I'm like very messy, and then I tidy up, but I'm very messy.
A walking contradiction we live.
Yes, and that's in large part is because when you grow up with a housekeeper, the way I did, when you grow up with a housekeeper,
Period.
and you go to school and it's a mess, and when you come home, it's a
And it's
show
not.
place.
Yeah.
You start to not. The math doesn't math for you.
Right.
And even before we had a housekeeper, my grandmother. I grew up in a Cuban household. Speaking of like, you know, Hispanic things, I grew up in a Cuban household in which my grandmother had this kind of very old-fashioned way about what a boy does and what a girl does. She wasn't like imposing machismo on me and making me be super boyish. She just didn't think that it was necessary
For you to do
for
laundry?
a boy to do those kinds of things.
Oh, okay.
Right. You know, she just didn't even, she never asked me to. She didn't fought me to. She just never did. She was never like, go clean your room. And then I didn't. And then she did. She
Right.
just did it.
She followed her own rhetoric.
She followed her. This is how she did things.
Yeah.
So you start to not have, you have like the expectations, but not the habits. And so that has just always been kind of a problem for me, because when I'm by myself, it's not a problem. But when you're with someone who,
Or it's not a problem to you because you're like,
although yes, but I'm just very messy.
Yeah.
But then so Jay is just so not messy. So it's kind of like, you know, before I even put a cup down, it's already in the dishwasher. It's like, it's kind of wild.
You're like, okay, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. And Jay does not use towels twice.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He does not use a
bath towel?
He does not use it twice.
Jay,
Washes
if
it.
you're hearing me,
You mean like daily? Like the thing he took a shower like Monday, so so now he's using a different towel Tuesday.
Correct.
Jay, we're
Now a different
already
towel.
using
every day a different towel.
Fresh
Jay,
towels.
We're already using way too much water on AI. We need you to use the towel a couple
But can I
more
tell you?
times.
But can I tell you?
Yeah.
He smells good.
He does smell good.
Oh, yeah.
But
He does
also
smell good.
we be smelling good too.
I know that
Yeah.
gooch smells great.
It does. It does. It does smell good. But I will tell you, there is something very special about that fresh towel. It does kind of make you feel like you're.
yeah.
It makes you feel like you're
You're in a hotel.
Yes, you're in a hotel. It's very, very nice.
Right. No, Philip also doesn't like to use towels. Like, I'll use a towel for like a whole week. That's my towel for the week.
Yeah.
Philip will go maybe one or two, and he needs to change the towel.
Oh,
and
interesting.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, am I dirty or are you annoying? Like, you know what I
Right.
mean?
No. Class.
It's probably a little bit between them both. He's probably at the right tempo, because I do think like if you went on the New York Times on the wire on like Wirecutter for the recommendations or whatever, I think it would say that you need to change it like every 2 to 3 days.
You know,
What about sheets on the bed?
Well, so okay, I have friends who they don't go crazy, but pillow.
Yeah.
I have my friend Cameron. He was like, "Oh, I change my pillowcase every 2 days. I wash." Yeah.
okay. That is one thing I need to do more.
So then, and by the way,
Yeah.
for the water and just like now I heard it and I had to process. So that just means that like every day, Jay, you are putting that towel. It doesn't necessarily
many
mean you're doing
towels are
laundry
going-
every day.
Right.
You just have enough towels to be
yeah.
able to sponsor the use of towel daily, so that when you do laundry on Sunday,
Right.
you just have a lot of towels that you're all.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes
Right,
sense. I
okay.
can
Yeah.
get behind that.
Yeah, I
Got
mean,
it.
we have. The thing is, I already had enough towels for 2 people to do that, because
Okay.
I'm also a level 2 hoarder.
Yeah. Oh. but you also like having a home ready for use.
For use,
Right.
exactly. I want to have enough of everything.
Speaking of which, you're coming to my house in
Is there
2
a towel?
days.
Thank you.
There's
Oh.
only 2 bowls. There's 2 big bowls and 2 small bowls, and I was like, we need more bowls because
Yes.
everyone wants to maybe have cereal.
Yeah.
maybe.
Totally.
Wait,
Maybe
when are you
everyone
going?
wants to have ice cream.
Wednesday morning.
Yeah. So, just know that there will be things that are not. But the guest room is ready for
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
The guest room is ready, very ready.
The guest room is ready, and honestly, that is all that matters.
Correct.
I'm like not. I literally. I mean, besides if a
no,
towel
but you know,
wasn't.
but
there.
of course, but we're
No,
Hispanic. When you have people over your house, you're like, eso no está,
Yeah.
Ian
Or
doesn't
sorry,
need a lot.
eso no está.
I'm like truly. Because you know what it is I want the other person to be so relaxed because I know how crazy I can be about even just having someone come over that I need to be-
yeah. No, that's a
So,
me
like,
thing. Like
I'm
when I go
always-
to other people's houses, I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
I
but
don't
for
either.
me, I want it to feel like a stay at a hotel.
Yeah. And I want you to feel comfortable in it. Like, okay, so Johnny's been at the house a couple of days. Today, I didn't say it, but I'll say it publicly because I like to say things publicly. Nice.
Without any.
And not so
Heads
nice.
up.
Like, but thank you for taking out the trash this morning.
Oh,
I clocked that.
Yes. Well, it was full. So
Well, yeah.
I thought I'm not going to put one more thing in here, and then he comes home and it's like, well, he could have.
Yeah.
But like
Friends.
just that I want my friends to feel comfortable that like they can do that in the house.
Oh my God!
you know,
Yes,
and,
I was like, I
not
need to
just
pick
the
this
cleaning.
up. I need to. But this needs to go over here.
Or
because,
like I washed your towel for you.
Yeah, I thought that was. I was like, oh, I would have kept using that.
I know, but you know, I was like doing some whites, and then I just thought yours looked kind of wet, and like it was wet a lot. So I was just like, you know
Well,
what?
I
What's
was
been
using
going
it.
on?
Yeah. Well, you know,
But it's
you
also
gotta use
not
it.
one of his fancy towels because
Oh.
his fancy towels, I don't like the way they feel on my skin.
Parachute?
So I need those like.
Target actually. Target
Very,
waffle.
they look like
Oh,
parachute.
yeah, I
though.
like
Yeah,
those. I
they're
like
great.
those.
We love
Yeah,
a
I
parachute.
Everyone
too.
who has slept over
I remember those.
and used a towel, so like parentals and
They
other
showered.
guests.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And Twink Bottom 23 down the street. I'm kidding.
I am an equal opportunity person. Yeah.
Word. I needed a towel that felt a little more ghetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I like that. I like it to feel like it is really soaking up the drop.
Well,
you know?
Well, if you really want that, a big part of the reason why towels feel not good is because people are using fabric softener on their towels.
Exactly. And then you have the film
The
on
film,
your. It's
yeah.
too much.
Because it is a film that it's just getting on your clothes.
I'm
Exactly,
glad
it's
we're
bad.
talking about this because I actually grew up in my dad was sort of the clean freak of the house, like just everything in order. Like if you used it, you washed it right then and there, not in a crazy way, but just it was a habit
Yeah.
of his.
Yeah.
It's just a generational. It's what you do, right? And kind of like
is
you.
nice.
Laundry was done kind of like every day or two because he was a stay-at-home dad and worked
Yeah.
from home and sort of a work
Thing
from
to
home
do.
social media life, but like writer actually did the thing. But I bring that up because he used fabric softener, and I remembered always being like, yeah, like this is what I'm used to. But then when I became my own person and started doing laundry in my own house, it is a pet peeve of mine because I want to feel the starchiness of the fabric because that tells me it's clean, it's pure, and it will soften with use. That like as I use the shirt, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so now you're coming alive because I'm bringing you alive. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I'm not putting in like
Getting that dead
chemically
skin on
thing.
you.
Yeah. Ooh, it's clean.
Period.
Well, yeah, but your skin is like falling off at all times, you know?
Yeah.
Like hair, it's already dead.
Oh, girl, trust.
Yeah.
Don't I know it?
Oh,
Wow, we've really talked about
many things.
so many things.
today.
We've kind of like ping-ponged everywhere.
I know. I think we should do a laundry episode.
Yes.
Because I
Ooh.
love talking about laundry and I can really get y'all together.
I feel like a lot of my laundry habits I've learned, like I would say 25% has been because of like how I learned you take care of things in the home.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is so fascinating when you leave your home, like your parents' house, and you find out how backwards a lot of things you've been doing for so long, or you hear
Yes.
hacks from other people, and you're like, oh, we do that. work.
I have become I am super low maintenance in the ways of like, oh, it's super, but there are certain things that now I do like in my apartment that sometimes when I go home I'm like, oh my god, my parents are just, they're so chill.
Yeah.
Like they, to the point where even my mom was like, okay, we've had these pillowcases for a while. Like there's mismatchiness with like
well, that's a
bedding and, like,
generational thing too,
Yeah.
is because it's like we don't throw something away until it has 15 holes.
But you know,
in it.
like
Correct.
I bring this up only because like I think there's a certain put togetherness about me that sometimes people see, and so that I think there's a story to me that's like very easily painted on.
Yeah.
And I think
But she's
about
a
how
mess.
I can be a little snobbish even to my parents. Like I feel bad because I come home and I remember I was like, I don't want to go visit because I don't feel as comfortable in the house anymore. Like for that, and you know,
She
it
said,
doesn't.
now I have nice things
Yeah, it
now.
pains me to say that only because I
No,
remember
it's
like
a gay person thing.
Yeah.
Yes. But you know, now I go home and I see it, and now it like, you know, it
Warms
just
your
is like,
heart.
yeah, it
It's
really
charming.
does, because I'm like, oh, my parents I'm the snob. Like
Well,
they
it's-
raised such a normal kid, and they were so normal, and like I don't know.
But it's
I'm
the need,
appreciative
like
of it.
when you were younger and a little more snobbish, it was the need to differentiate yourself from what you came from. Whereas now, the older you get, the more, and the older your parents get, the more you want to feel a connection with them, and like,
Yeah.
you know what, that yes, because I'm gonna have that. Like,
Yeah.
and if I did
Yeah.
have children, they'd be like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's such a beautiful circle of life.
Yeah. But also nice that when I go back, I was just home for a few weeks, and like I could tell my mom was paying attention to how I was kind of cleaning up. Like I saw a thing on the bottom of my dad's desk, and I like the ADHD, she literally watched, and she's like, Ian, like, you don't have to do that right now. I was like, no, it's okay. And I just wanted to like fix this one corner, and I noticed, I could just tell, I was like, this corner hasn't been fixed or touched in a while. And so like to see me, I think, doing that, like I remember the day after I left, she texted, she's like, I cleaned the whole apartment, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, like I could just see she was clocking how I keep a house now. And it's kind of hilarious that the tables have turned, that like, you know, it also inspired her in some way, which was really cute, or just like with kitchen stuff and how we cooked.
It's so important to go to other people's houses
It really is.
and stay with them to see and pick up what they do and how they do it.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, and also to see what you don't want done.
Exactly.
and not in a bad way. It's just like, oh, that works for them, that would not work for me. I also like go home to my mom's house, and I just like, this is not functional. The coffee bar, she has like a coffee bar, which inspired me to have my own coffee bar at home. But the silverware is at the coffee bar and not in the kitchen where the plates and stuff are. So it's like, they're so far apart. I'm like, you need the silverware to be close to the plate so that with the like,
Yeah.
why am I walking all the way over here if I need a fork? That's where
Right.
the coffee is. And she's like, that's just how I like it. That's just how I like it. And then when she came to visit me, she was like, we're gonna do this, and she's like, you can't say anything because you came to my house and you were changing shit around. So I'm gonna come over here.
but she
and I'm
didn't
gonna
let
change
you?
shit around. She did.
Oh,
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Oh, you left that
The
out.
silverware she didn't, but a couple other things she did.
Oh, okay.
My mom will just say no just because she wants to say no, and she wants to just, you know, like we were at one of those like not Hobby Lobby, but like one of those stores, and she's like, "What about this?" Like everything she tried to show me was a little too feminine for me, and I was like, "No, not this." But what about these? And she's like, "You can buy those." Because I want to buy you what I want to buy you.
Oh.
And I'm like, that annoys me because if you want to buy me something that I want if it's for my
Wow,
home.
yeah.
But that's how she is. She likes to buy things that make her happy for you. And sometimes it aligns and sometimes it doesn't. And, you know, the fact that she's buying is great. in and
Hashtag
of itself.
Latinas.
But my grandmother, we are all iterations of my grandmother who used to come to our house and change everything. And we would come home and my sister would be like, oh my God, it's a new house. I don't know how my mom felt about it, but like my grandmother just knew how to do everything better. And it's funny when you were saying like your grandmother didn't make you clean or do up. I don't know if my grandmother made me, but I looked up to her so much. I thought she was just the baddest bitch that I always wanted to be like her. So I would clean in her style. And my grandmother used to clean houses for people in Louisiana. And I remember going with her and it was always like big houses, like beautiful, like rich people. And I just loved going to help her because I was like, one, I wanted to see rich people homes.
Yeah.
And I just thought, and she would tell me I was such a good cleaner. And so I was like, yeah, that's what I'm good at. And I remember when I was like in my 20s, I was like, maybe I should start a cleaning company with like gay men that go to your house and clean your house or whatever.
I actually have a friend who did that.
Oh, really?
Yes, in Miami. And yes, I have
Hispanic?
a friend. He's Latino.
Period.
We went to my first elementary school together. We hadn't seen each other in years, and it's in Wilton Manors.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cute.
He's got a mafia.
I mean, gays will clean.
They do be cleaning.
They do be cleaning.
Some of them don't be cleaning,
Some
but those
don't.
are usually not the Latinos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Los blancos. Yeah, that does. Yeah, that's
Los
true. That's true.
blanquitos, they don't wash the bottom of their feet and they don't wash their sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? To put an interesting point to it, my grandmother was, again, she never really made me do much, but she also was so hyper aware of like that I was gay. She was so aware of that. So I also feel like
How was she aware?
How could I have ever? How could she have known? Wait, where's that from? How could you know? How could you know? I can't remember right now. How could you know? How could you know? Where's that from?
I don't know. Is it giving Golden Age?
No, it's a movie. It's a movie
okay.
where she's like rehearsing the line. She's saying, how did you know? I don't know. It'll come to me.
Bullets Over Broadway? No.
Maybe saying
Something
Bullets
like
Over
that.
Broadway.
Okay.
Exactly. So my grandmother did teach me certain things that she was like, oh no, this is gonna be a wife. I need to teach this kid at least. Yeah, this man. Yeah, he's gonna be taking it.
Right.
He will be doing the bending.
Right.
The bending over.
Right.
So
Are you the one
so
doing
like ironing, laundry,
Yes.
some of the presentational things.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of like beauty, lotions,
Yeah.
potions.
Martha Stewart before Martha Stewart.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
things she really, really got me
Yeah.
on.
That
yeah.
is
It's so
really
funny.
funny.
Like I can only imagine like Latino women like seeing Martha Stewart and be like, that ain't nothing. We do that shit like nobody's fucking business. Have you been to a Hispanic person's house on Christmas, bitch?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is
It's ostentatious. for
Martha
sure.
on Martha on crack. You know?
Martha's done crack.
Allegedly. Well, I think that we should end the episode, but I just thought, I was like, we've been talking about everything, but everything kind of has a
Thread?
Latine thread through it and our thread through it, because we've talked about queer media. We've talked about what it's like growing up in a Latino household, what it's like to have a home now, like the theater, the TV that we're watching. This is truly the most basics episode of who we are, the three of us.
Yeah.
And so if you liked it, well, that's what we are. And if you didn't, well, that's what we are.
Yeah. And the daily is available for you to download every single day.
Yeah.
Today's episode was, I think, about the hostage release.
Oh, yeah.
So it's heavy. This is where
heavy.
you come for the light stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's been
an absolute ball being here with both of you. I've had such a utterly wonderful time.
Coming off Broadway.
Yes, that's the name of my show. Coming off Broadway.
Ooh.
Harder than it sounds.
All right, well,
We love you.
We love you
Next
so
week,
much.
Buena Vista Social Club.
yeah.
So please watch the documentary. It's available on Max. And so you'll get to, if you can't
HBO
come to
Max.
New York,
It really is.
HBO Max.
It's back
That's right.
to
It's back
HBO
to
Max,
HBO Max.
yes.
Thank God. So please watch the documentary. Like, subscribe to the show. You can
Yeah.
also watch it on YouTube if you're listening.
Yeah.
And that helps us out. So go over there and check it out.
we love you so much.
Adios.
Los queremos mucho.
Wow.
Qué rico.